going to explain how I created this Metahuman Pole dance animation. So as you can see, this scene is all rendered in Unreal Engine, and I use sequencer to play this whole animation. So let's try from the beginning, and this is what I'm going to talk about in this tutorial. So the first thing is how we download Metahuman. This is the first thing, we need Metahuman. And second, how we rig this Metahuman character in Maya. And the third is retargeting the dance motion capture data to Metahuman character. It's not I animated, it's motion capture data as a base, and then I edited on top, and I edited the hand to match the with a bar, and I'm going to explain that editing part as well, and also how I set this character and some props. It's really simple things, how you place all these props in Unreal. And then the last thing is, I'll also talk about a little bit about facial animation, how you add facial animation. And also last thing is rendering in Unreal Engine. It's really simple. You can just click this one, you can see, you can choose some options and then capture movie. It's really simple. But also if you want to go deep and if you want to render better quality, what you can do, you can use render queue. I haven't used before, but I found on the internet, then there was some tutorial, and how it was really good tutorial. And if you add that option, we use that render queue, you can make much better render quality. And where is that render queue things? Render queue things as movie render queue. Yeah, this one you can use this one for final render. But if you want to see simple result, you still can use this option. It's easy. And also in this tutorial will be really quick and short, so I'm not going to explain all this part like small things. It's because there is already good tutorial from other YouTuber, and I learned a lot from the tutorial, so I will just link that tutorial on this document, and also you can see all these links. So let's start from the Maya. I'm going to open this Maya scene here. So this is the first thing. You can Metahuman download is, you can go this link, and then there's good explanation how you download the Metahuman to your Maya scene. Before I test this, I just downloaded this Metahuman to Unreal just to check how it works, what it's like. But also you can download this if you want to animate this Metahuman character. You can download to Maya. When you download it, you will not see any controller on body. It's not ready for animate in Maya. It just has facial controller, so you still can animate facial animation, but you cannot animate body because you don't have any controller. It just comes with the skins and the meshing and body bones. So as you can see here, if you select any facial controller, it can move. I can just weird, just moving one eye. Just move like this, and you can open mouse. Oh, this detail is insane. This controller is so good, so you can make really nice facial animation with this. But there's also good tutorial about explaining about this controller from Epic, so you can search on YouTube. Anyway, so this link explains everything about downloading the Metahuman. So just go and watch this tutorial. When you are ready with Metahuman in Maya, what you want to do is rig this Metahuman character bar. If you rig from the scratch, it takes ages, and I'm not very good at rigging. So the one option is the easy option. You use advanced skeleton on top of this Metahuman character, and they create. There is one tutorial how you add advanced skeleton rig on top of Metahuman. This rig is really good. It support FK IK switch, and also the all the controller works really well, really nicely. So yeah, I'm really happy with using this control this rig. So that tutorial is in this link. If you go here, this tutorial explains how you actually in here he also explained how you download as well, and yeah, and then you can see how you how you apply advanced skeleton on top of this character. So yeah, you can have a look this quick. And now you have rig. You are ready to animate this rig. So you can just play with this character. What we have to do now is retargeting motion capture data. The mocap data you can use any mocap data you want to use, but I've got mocap data from Rokoko motion library. Is if you use Maya 2020, you will find that under this it's kind of as a new plugin on 2020. So as you can see, you can see a whole there's a bunch of like good motion capture data, and it's all categorized, or you can search. And mocap data quality is really good, and the price you can buy each motion, so you can it's not very expensive as well. So, and then also if you want to try it for free, there's some free mocap data as well. So yeah, and also if you don't have 2020, you can just install the Rokoko motion software on your Windows, and then you can just download the mocap data from the studio and apply. But this plugin makes much easier. So let's try. I already bought that pole dance motion. So this is the pole dance motion. The mocap data quality was really good, so I don't need to edit much. But as you can see, it hasn't got the hand data, finger motion, movement data. So I need to add later quite a lot the hand motion. So let's grab this. How you grab it? Just double click here, just press this button, and then it will download the data. So it's already here. So let's go back to Maya. Where is that? It's joined. Yeah. As you can see, the mocap data is here. The good thing is this mocap data has already FK, HIK setting on top of it, so you don't need to set HIK for HIK retargeting. There's a bunch of different ways to retarget motion capture data. HIK is one of the retargeting method, and I prefer HIK retarget because it's easy and it gives more options when you retarget. So let's try how you, let me explain how you make HIK setting for retargeting. So this is just advanced skeleton setting, and then you will need to make typos, and then you add setting HIK setting on top of this advanced skeleton. But if you just use default HIK setting, this is a HIK setting window. If you use default HIK setting, there's one big missing part. You can't retarget the toe animation. Let me explain what I'm talking. If you see this motion, there is very nice toe rotation in this mocap data. As you can see here, when she pushes her legs, as you can see here, there's all toe joint rotation. But if you, as you can see here, yeah, there's toe motion on the mocap data. But if you use just the default HIK retargeter in Maya, it doesn't retarget the toe animation, so you miss all your toe animation, which is really bad. You may think it's not big deals, but it gives quite good detail, especially this kind of dance motion. So you have to do some extra works on when you do HIK setting. So I found that the tutorial in here. I also have on my YouTube, there is a HIK setting video, but on that video I didn't mention this about this toe retargeting. But if you see this video, you will see it will explain. This video explain how you tweak this HIK settings preference so you can retarget the toe rotation on your character. So you can have a look this, and these will change whole the mocap quality. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you want to use HIK retargeting, please have a look this video clip, and yeah, now and then you can make much better result. Let's say you finished all the HIK retarget HIK setting on your character, and as you can see, as I add HIK setting, and it's good, and as you can see, I have separate toe setting in here. Then I will choose one mocap data. There's three because I downloaded a couple of times, but you will have just one. And these are the one you downloaded from Rokoko website. Because I mentioned before, this mocap data is HIK setting on top of this bone, so you don't have to do anything. You can select from here. Otherwise, you have to do HIK setting on this on your mocap data as well. Let's choose this. It's already connected with the mocap data. You can see, but as you can see, there's no finger motion and hand is not perfectly matching with this bar. So that's what I had to do to make look nicer. And there was some options. I will explain. I think this scene I already changed that retargeting option, but if maybe if you when you do this same procedure explained, you may see a bit different. If you see some bad result when you retarget it, like it's not right pose, or arms is not right pose, you can go here. You can go here. if you see your result is not good, especially I found when the mocap data has really big movement of leg, like this wide leg pose. There is some options you need to try. So if you go here, just here attribute editor, and you will find something HIK properties. Then you can change some options. It was all on and it was all auto. I think this not mirror, it was off, and it's level mode. It was, I think it was auto, and fit was auto. Maybe it was auto. I think the default value of these are all something like this. So as you can see here, that option, I think this option helps with some different type of motion, but in this case it makes really ugly pose, this one, and you can see this one. So I was wondering why it's all different and doesn't look nice. But most of, like, I think if you retarget just normal motion, you might not see this different. But yeah, if you see this kind of wide spread like pose, you may have to check this. Is I can tweak through here. So I turned off this first, and then also let's off. Not this one, hip off, and this spacing off. This one is off. So yeah, and then after that it gives better quality, just same like mocap data, just looks same as mocap data. Yeah, much better, much better. Otherwise, if I didn't change this, I have to tweak all these poses from using layer or some other way, which will take really long time. But yeah, look at this, so ugly. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, definitely you can try from here if your data doesn't look nice. And then when you finish all this retargeting option, normally it's quite quick if you use mocap data, normal mocap data, which is not really extreme. You don't really need to go through this, but just choose your the HIK source mocap data, and then that's pretty much all. And then what we need to do after that, we need to bake this to custom rig, which is advanced skeleton. Bake to custom rig, and then you will bake all the animation to your custom rig. Let's say we finished this, so we targeted target to custom rig. Stop this because it takes quite long. And then I didn't change the frame rate, so it takes even longer. If you change it to 30 frames per second, it will be quicker. After retargeting, I focused to change it three parts. One is hand matching with the bar and the finger motion, and also the foot is well matching with the ground. Most of them, the fit was not bad, but some frame there was a bit off. So was trying to fix that, something like this. It was a bit off from the base. Then the hand, yeah, mostly hand. It was the making nice hand motion was it took quite time. All this process, downloading, rigging, retargeting was really quick, but this adding the hand animation was take like really long compared to other parts. Anyway, And also there was something I want to change. It was this motion was starting from like this, and also ending with the I think a bit further. Right, this motion is finishing around here. So if you see this pose and this pose is quite similar pose, is which is really good for making loop animations. So I tried to make loop animation, so just matching this pose. It was finishing this pose, so I copied this pose at the beginning around this frame, which is quite similar with the end pose. So I apply this pose to here. So this when I playing one animation, and when I loop it, it can just doesn't pop. So that was what I edited in Maya using layer. So this is kind of result. I just turned up my one layer. When I edit the mocap data, I just create one layer on top and I start to edit. As you can see, the hand is this one was base. If you turn off this layer, it just show the base mocap data, and then apply this layer which I edited. So yeah, I have one mocap mocap editing tutorial which has which explaining about how you do how you editing using layers. So if you have a look, it will help to understand how you do this. So it's just I just use one layer to match all this. So there's a whole bunch of keys, and then finger motion. Yes, I try to make nice finger motion. And then also, if you see this, I apply this pose at the beginning around 40 frames. So I will just move, let's move this first frame and last frame. I'm just moving first frame, last frame. So first frame, last frame, exactly same motion. So if you keep playing it, there's no popping, it's just smoothly looping this animation, which is good if you want to make like keep playing this animation a couple of times. So yeah, this is pretty much all I did in Maya, and I export this animation to Unreal. You can just export from here. In Maya, there is game exporter option, so you can use this one. You can select all the body joint, which is, I think it was this one. So you can select all this and you can create one animation clip from here, and then you can select which frame you want to export. Is 14 to 681, and you can export it. I had two clip exporting clips. One is facial, one is body. So I just added really simple facial animation. So some like more blinks, like here, blink here. When she rotates, she blinks a little bit, and she has like little bit smiley face. So if you want for the exporting the facial animation, you will need to export, or you will need to select all the controller, not the bone, face bone. It's different. The face export is different with the body part. So you want to export facial, you have to select all the controller. So if you created all this selection set, you can just export, and then you can export the FX file, and then you can import that animation file into the Unreal. So, and then you can where is that file that I exported? I placed in Metahuman. and animation. So yeah, just you just drag and drop the MetaHuman. So this is the one I exported from Maya. So yeah. It's really easy and simple to export mocap data to FX. I'm not go really detailed because I want to make really make short this video clip and just want to explain what was my workflow, because and also there's a bunch of good tutorial about this all like part like exporting and importing. So yeah, don't really need to make the same tutorial. Anyway, so that was pretty much all, and also after that, and I put them all together in Unreal, and also I put it this bar from Maya and applying the material as a metal, and set the camera, and I put the chair to give kind of to show kind of the depths in this scene. And yeah, and also yeah, there was really good tutorial about rendering movie rendering queues. So yeah, I also highly recommend to watch this tutorial. Okay, yeah, he explained like all the detail how you make better scene using this this movie render queue. But this one is a bit harder than just pressing this button. This rendering render movie setting is just really simple. This one is, and then this one is also create the movie file, but this one is export as an image file, so you need to make it as a movie later, as a movie file from that sequencer files. So it's a bit harder than this, but if you really want to make better quality, you can go this. And if you see my scene, there's a bunch of noise. It's because I added a noise and that's in one of the option post process option, because if you this kind of gradation like smooth light change in like simple background make when I upload this video on YouTube, it makes really bad noise because it compresses the scene, and when it compresses the gives really bad noise on this background. So but if you have noise, it kind of reduces that noise, but I have noise, but it reduces ugly noise. Anyway, so that's why I added this noise, but must be too much. So this is pretty much all like basic pipeline. I'm really sorry if I missed some part. And if you leave comment, I will explain as much as I can. Okay, this is pretty much all. Thanks for watching. Bye.